Hi everyone, in this video we are going to review what is a CER. We discussed that a CER stands for Claim, Evidence, and Reasoning. But what is it? Before we start, I want you to think writing as a sport. And just like how there are different types of sports, there's different types of writing. Here we have different types of sports, and a lot of sports play with different types of balls. However, each sport has its own set of rules. Writing is the same way. So if you play basketball, you're not going to play with the same rules as you will with baseball. So to say writing has different rules depending on the type of writing you are doing, just like how sports have different rules depending on what type of sport that you are playing. What is a CER? It's a type of writing that is used in many subjects, but specifically in science, it has its own specific set of rules that you have to learn. So in this video, we are going to be going over what is a CER, how to write it, and how to understand it better. Like we said, a CER stands for Claim, Evidence, and Reasoning. What is a claim? Well, a claim is simply answering the question. There's going to be a question, and you are claiming what you deem to be the correct answer. After you state a claim, you have to provide evidence, and evidence proves your claim is correct. How did you come up with that claim? Well, you need to provide evidence, and you're not going to explain that evidence, you're just going to state it, and that evidence comes from qualitative and quantitative data or observations. Next, there's reasoning, and the reasoning is where you explain why your evidence proves your claim is right from research or prior knowledge. So the reasoning explains why you chose that evidence and why it makes sense to claim why your answer is right. Alright, so let's take this picture for instance. So from this picture, we have to identify what is the question. The question is, how does the puppy feel? Notice how puppy and feel is highlighted. We do something known as framing the question. And when we frame the question, or in this case, highlight it, we identify the nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. In this case, puppy is a noun and feel is a verb. And what this does is it allows us to focus on what are the key words that we need to focus on. In this case, it's the puppy. What about the puppy? Well, how does it feel? So those are the types of observations that we need to gather as evidence in this picture. So after reviewing the picture, this is what I came up. I came up with 3 qualitative and 3 quantitative observations that I could choose from as possible evidence. I observed the puppy is near the ocean. I noticed the dog's tail is between its legs. I noticed the leash on the puppy is tight. I noticed the puppy is dragging its 4 feet. I noticed there is 1 puppy, and the claw marks are about 2 feet long. Alright, I have all my observations that I could use as possible evidence. So based on my observations, I can come up with a pretty clear claim of what I believe the puppy is feeling. And a claim is simply, in 6th grade, it's 1 sentence, that's it. And it just answers the question. We're not explaining anything, we are just simply answering the question by stating a claim with 1 sentence. Here's mine. I claim the puppy is feeling scared. Now from this, I need to prove why my claim is right from my observations I gathered. Now from my observations, you want to select all of them that you feel proves your claim is right. I chose 3 here. My first piece of evidence is I observed the puppy is near the ocean. My second piece of evidence is I noticed the dog's tail is between its legs. My last evidence is the claw marks are about 2 feet long. So let's just say I am going to be writing a CER in a writing format. This is what it would look like so far. Claim. I claim the puppy is feeling scared. Evidence. I observe the puppy is near the ocean. I notice the dog's tail is between its legs. The claw marks are about 2 feet long. Okay, I got my claim and I got my evidence. what do I need next? Well, I need my reasoning. In order to write my reasoning, I'm going to take every piece of evidence here, and I have it organized in this little graphic organizer. Now, for every evidence, I have to provide reasoning why that piece of evidence proves my claim is right, that the puppy is scared. So let's take the first evidence. Evidence 1, I observed the puppy is near the ocean. Well, here's my reasoning of why I chose that and why it makes sense to use it to prove my claim is right. The puppy is near the ocean. A puppy can be scared of new things. The ocean can be scary because of the noise and water. I got this information from prior knowledge and also from research that I gathered and found out that babies, such as a puppy, can be curious, but they can also be a little scared of new things. Evidence 2, I noticed the dog's tail is between its legs. Well, here's my reasoning of why that evidence proves the dog is scared. When a dog's tail is between its legs, it means that a dog is scared or nervous. I got this information from research, and when I looked up what does a dog's tail between its legs means, it means that, well, it's not too happy, it's scared, it's nervous. It's a dog's body language to show that it's scared. So that connects back to my claim saying that it's scared. Evidence 3, the claw marks are about 2 feet long. Here's my reasoning of why this piece of evidence proves that my claim is right, that the dog is scared. The puppy's paw marks are about 2 feet long. This makes me infer that the dog is being dragged and has been trying to stop from being pulled. So based on my observations, I can tell that the dog is kind of really clamping down to the ground, trying to stop itself, because if it wasn't, there wouldn't be claw marks. Maybe if it was walking, there'd be like very short claw marks, but because they're pretty long, about 2 feet long, it shows that the puppy is really digging down into the ground and is being pulled against its will. Okay, so again, notice how each one of my evidence is being explained by reasoning of why it proves my claim is right. Let's see what this looks like in a writing format. Alright, claim. I claim the puppy is feeling scared. Evidence. I observe the puppy is near the ocean. I notice the dog's tail is between its legs. The claw marks are about 2 feet long. Reasoning. The puppy is near the ocean. A puppy can be scared of new things. The ocean can be scary because of the noise and water. When a dog's tail is between its legs, it means that a dog is scared or nervous. The puppy's paw marks are about 2 feet long. This makes me infer that the dog is being dragged and has been trying to stop from being pulled. Okay, so I have my C, claim, my E, evidence, and my R, reasoning. And notice how here I color-coded my evidence to correspond to the reasoning here. So I'm explaining each piece of evidence in my reasoning by providing why it proves that my claim is right. Now the last thing I need to include, which is the cherry on top, is I simply just need to restate my claim. Therefore, I claim the puppy is feeling scared. And there we have it. We have a CER. So a CER should come full circle. You start with a claim, you provide evidence, you provide reasoning of why your evidence supports your claim, and then you restate your claim. And for 6th grade, this would be an excellent CER. Alright, so if you have any questions, please reach out. I will be glad to answer any questions. Good luck, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.